Welcome to Rosslyn Hill Chapel, a spiritual home for open minds. Whoever you are and however you are this morning, there is a place for you here in our Unitarian spiritual community here in Hampstead, North London. Today we celebrate the spring equinox, which occurred yesterday, and the pagan festival of Ostara. This service is inspired by the Wheel of the Year group, led for many years by Hilary Ratner and Ingrid Tavkar. We have many happy memories of gathering 8 times a year to celebrate the festivals which mark the changing of the seasons. We aren't able to gather in our sacred circle in the chapel just yet. You join me today in the little courtyard next to the minister's study. So birdsong and maybe some not so delightful other noises are to be expected. Let us join together in our hearts and in our minds as we turn the wheel of the year. Before we begin, a few announcements and notices. Our other chapel events continue, including Soul Deep on Tuesdays, Wednesday Winter Wellness, and choir practice on Wednesdays. Looking ahead, we have a special service for Palm Sunday, next Sunday, the 28th of March, in collaboration with several other Unitarian congregations across the country. And this is also a special date for our registered chapel members, as our annual general meeting will take place on the same evening, Sunday the 28th at 7 p.m. I really encourage all members to join in this short but important meeting. It's a right and a benefit of membership that you get to vote on the decisions that affect the chapel and its future. So please do make some time to come along to that meeting on the 28th. We encourage you to sign up to our mailing list via our website if you haven't already, to find out more about our weekly activities. Our weekly mailing is sent out every Thursday. Looking ahead, we will be beginning a new spirituality course on Tuesday evenings following the book The Listening Path by Julia Cameron. This book explores creativity, mindfulness, and spirituality. Our pastoral minister, Stephen Crowther, and I will be leading the course, and it will begin on Tuesday, the 20th of April. So look out for an email about this next week, and don't forget to sign up if you'd like to join us. This will be online. I will be joining with everyone this Tuesday who is privately marking the anniversary of the first lockdown as a time to reflect on the changes and losses of the past week, as well as the small unexpected moments of happiness. Our chapel board has been cautious throughout the pandemic about reopening the chapel doors in order to protect each other. But we do look forward to the happy day when we will be able to welcome you back, hopefully later on in the spring. We are an independent registered charity and we rely on your contributions to continue our work. You can donate via the Just Giving page or by using the donate button on our website. And thank you for the many ways that you already contribute to our spiritual community. And special thanks to our volunteer, James Bell, who is providing the tech support again today. As we gather for worship, now let us enjoy our prelude music. We light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian faith, with an invocation for the spring equinox. Now we are at the balance point of the wheel of the seasons. We say farewell to winter and welcome spring. We welcome the fertility of the god and goddess. We honour the rebirth of the earth. As the sun returns and the soil softens, we rejoice in the renewal of energy. May this be a time of balance, a time to make our commitment to the earth. We cast our circle in our hearts and our minds, a sacred space between the worlds and beyond the bounds of time, where night and day, birth and death, joy and sorrow meet as one. May this circle and those within it be blessed. Ostara is the Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring. She is celebrated each year at the spring equinox, when days are brighter and growing longer. She points the way to Beltane, the great and joyous festival of coming summer. The goddess Ostara is associated with bunny rabbits and eggs, with the dawn and the east. She brings the qualities of birth, rebirth and renewal to a winter-weary world. In modern times, these ancient symbols of spring have been taken up as part of our Easter celebrations. And of course, the word Easter comes from the goddess Ostara. And so now let us join in the invocation of the goddess and the god at the spring equinox. Lady of springtime, come to us. We invoke you in your maiden aspect, Persephone, Cora, Ostara. She who descends into the underworld and returns from the land of the dead. Untamed maiden, running freely through meadows and through forests. Come join us in our circle, bringing your fresh energy, the triumph of life over death. We celebrate your return. Green man, spirit of fields and forests, life force that renews itself each spring, come join us. We invoke you as Pan, playing your pipes on a distant hillside. We rejoice to hear your music. Be here now. Our reading today is A Spring Morning by John Clare. The spring comes in with all her hues and smells, in freshness, breathing over hills and dells. O'er woods where May her gorgeous drapery flings, and meads washed fragrant by their laughing springs. Fresh are new open flowers, untouched and free from the bold rifling of the amorous bee. The happy time of singing birds is come, and love's lone pilgrimage now finds a home. Among the mossy oaks now coos the dove, and the horse crow finds softer notes for love. The foxes play around their dens and bark in joy's excess mid woodland shadows dark. The flowers join lips below, the leaves above, and every sound that meets the ear is love. Now let us join in a guided meditation. So please make yourselves comfortable. You might wish to soften your gaze or close your eyes as we begin with a few calm, deep breaths in and out. Now is a time when day and night are equal, and the promise of returning warmth and growth call us through the mud and rain. It's a time of hope and regeneration, but also a moment to stop and mourn for the losses of the winter. Spring is planting time, but before we plant, we must prepare the ground. So let us begin to prepare the spring soil by thinking about what we might need to release or give away. This could be in our homes, in the form of spring cleaning, clearing the way for a new project, or in our lives, in the form of releasing past hurts or negative feelings. Let us take a few moments now to consider what we need to let go of. Now let us think about what seeds we want to plant this spring. Perhaps there are creative projects, new relationships, new ways of doing things that we want to introduce. So let us take some time now in the stillness to plant the seeds of hope and progress, dreams of projects that we want to grow and develop. We can begin by taking a few more deep breaths and then focusing on imagining those seeds dark deep in the earth, growing plump and unfurling, bursting through the soil with new life, showing us the world is still full of possibilities. And with these thoughts of light and possibility, we hold a fervent hope that after a winter of hibernation, we will be able to open our hearts and our doors in the coming months. Blessed be. Let us pray a prayer for springtime by George Tiger. O power of springtime, spirit of green grasses and warm breezes, goddess of creativity, of birth, of life renewed. You sing all about us at this time. The birds call your sacred name, buds bursting forth with your vestment. The sun reaches higher into the sky, shining the light of this new day through the windows of your cathedral, this world. O power of springtime, forgive us our speediness and our racing before your eternal grace, that we do not see the miracle world we share. Open our eyes with your warmth and our hearts with your beauty. Flow our minds with awe and wonder. Dear Spirit of the green grasses and warm breezes, let us find here, in these moments of quiet, the grace of your breath as we breathe into our bodies the spirit of spring. And now, as a ritual to welcome spring, you may like to plant some seeds and honour them with a blessing. I planted my seeds in this little pot, and we can all pour our good wishes, our blessings, into the pot with the water. And if you fancy a little homework, you could even write a blessing, as I have done for my little pot. We bid farewell to the dark half of the year and welcome the lighter days to come. Goddess, bless these seeds to grow, renewal of life in the warmth of the sun. And now let us gather our hearts and minds for our closing words of blessing. We open our circle of the wheel of the year. The circle is open but unbroken. May we go with peace in our hearts, merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again and again and again. Blessed be. Thank you for joining us today for our springtime celebration. If you'd like to join our virtual side aisle, it will be taking place at midday in the Zoom room. The link, if you're watching on YouTube, is in the Connect section of the description, or you will have received the link in our weekly newsletter. So see you soon in the Zoom meeting at midday. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.